see if they could find his address book. His email was on, and emails started coming in. And they opened them up and saw that they were from women. It was very apparent from the content that these were women that he was involved with, that he was having an affair with. When I found out about these women, I was completely enraged, and I wanted answers. I got on the phone and called them up. One of the women I called, I spoke to her briefly. They had some kind of affair. I felt a bit cheated in the sense that she wasn't being honest with me. I got in touch with the next woman. She was a mom like me. She was actually very forthcoming. She was very similar to me. She even looked a bit like me. I contacted the third woman. She lived in Argentina. I learned that he really needed to sort of create stories about himself. The next woman was someone that my husband had met at the gym. She stepped right up in her responsibility for it. He had a way of seeking out women who were very vulnerable. He's had a way of charming them so that they would feel very loved and appreciated.
So Julie's head was spinning, but there was more. One of his affairs was her.
The mother of my daughter's friend. Yeah. I saw her every day. She was in my house all the time. I was at her house all the time. You know, my kid had play dates at her house and sleepovers, and in fact, the day I found out about these affairs, my daughter was actually at her house having a sleepover, and I had to go pick her up from this woman's house, which was really something.
So, okay, so your husband, was this 6 women, 5 women, all at the same time, or?
They were sort of
overlapping.
They were sort of overlapping, yeah. I mean, one of them, this one with the mother of my daughter's friend, had been going on for a couple of years at least, possibly a bit more. Yeah. So it was.
So what are the signs that you didn't see?
You know, I think I had so much invested in being married and in our life together. We lived in a small town. We had a lovely house, pretty view. You know, you think you have kind of this perfect life, and it's never really perfect. I mean, there's always struggles, but it seemed like a good life, and you just don't want to look always at the signs.
And if you had looked,
I think the signs are when someone starts talking a lot about another woman that they're spending time with, or even in this situation, I think they use the children in a way as a kind of a cover to come and go into between homes. And
I hear every affair is different, but in a lot of cases, this is with women too, generally I hear with women, particularly if women think they've fallen in love, they just can't shut up about mentioning the guy's name. They just got to get the name in somehow. And so would he mention names of other?
He did, yeah. He would actually tell me several of these women. He actually had mentioned them. He'd been traveling for research on a book, and he would mention them. And he'd say, oh, here's this woman, you're really going to love her. She's great, she's just like you, he would say sometimes. It was kind of, curious. It was almost as if he wanted me to, press further and ask him questions. But I think I would
talk about her.
Maybe, yeah. But I was afraid. I was afraid because it would have meant the end of, finding too much or probing too much would have meant the end of what we had and what I thought I had.
We'll be right back. Coming up, what Julie wants every woman who's uncovered a spouse's hidden affair to know. That's next. This viewer needs a break. This decorator never lets us down.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh! Now, Nate Burkus, 3 kids, a minivan, 1 whole day.
Are you wet? Will you eat a bite of this? Whoa. Where's your house? This way?
This way.
Then, his first head-to-toe makeover. She's got a date with Nate. Hi, handsome. A high school reunion to remember with rocker Rick Springfield. Wednesday.
(911), where is your emergency? We can't help you if we can't find you.
Post your civic number.
Probing too much would have been the end of what I had
is the title for this song. Using guitar chords D7, A, and possibly E7. Created March 22nd, 2010. Probing too much would have been the end of what I had, so I didn't want to probe too much, no, I stopped myself from finding out the truth, because I didn't want to lose everything I had with this man I thought you loved me. I had no idea how he was cheating. I guess this show today on Oprah is about the telltale signs of women who find they're behind. They don't know what's going on, how they've been cheated so much by their husbands or boyfriends. Well, it could happen the other way around. Women cheating on their hubbies, women cheating on their boyfriends and lovers. Whichever sex does it, it's one thing. Cheating, 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 if ever again. It hurts the people you cheat on. They don't know a thing, but eventually they find out about your fling. And then hurt spreads itself around, never too thin to hurt everyone who's around. Well, cheating, 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 what are the telltale signs? We're gonna find out one at a time. One example on Oprah today.